Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's April 23rd in the year 2020. And it continues. It continues. I'm on Route 80 east, my bad. And I've probably seen about 15 tractor trailers pulling super heavily armed personnel carriers. I had to stop, charge my battery so I can actually get video, and I did. I was listening to a live stream this morning, and I know both of the guys that are live streams. The thing is one of the guys, I know him. He's telling people that everybody should just go out and outnumber the police and go to the parks and do whatever you want. There's more of us than there are of them. And I agree. But the military is all over the United States. They are dying for us to do exactly what he recommended. So if you do decide to do that, if you can actually convince 5 other people to do it, because I haven't been able to, if you do plan on outnumbering the police, remember, they are heavily armed, and the military is even more armed. If you're going to stand, be prepared for that. Seriously, peaceful protests, what have they gotten us? Everything is laying out exactly as we knew it was going to. They're going to give you a day where they're going to reopen the country, and they're going to push it back and push it back and push it back. They're destroying the commodities. They're destroying the wealth of America. They're stealing it all for themselves. And the funny joke that they have yet to unveil, because they're not done yet, this is a big world, a lot to do, is when people discover all their savings, all their 401ks, everything is gone. And the dollar is going to be gone. That's a fact. It's a fact. But the stock market, really? The stock market is, and always has been, a tool for the rich people to steal your money. And right now, they've got you all hiding in your houses, worrying about a virus that's going to kill millions of people. And in the time that they started this on Friday the 13th till today, dozens and dozens and dozens of doctors, nurses, military, newspaper articles, mainstream media have come out and explained to you that COVID is absolutely nothing. They've explained to you that social distancing is ridiculous. They've explained to you, the Surgeon General told you, but then I guess everybody forgot about that wearing a mask won't help you. And then several doctors and several authors have written books and explained how a virus cannot be spread in an airborne fashion. Well, everybody gets sick every year. Believe it or not, when you're drinking fluoride, breathing chemtrails, and eating genetically modified food, and if you just simply look at the box and read the chemicals, your body's going to get sick. Body's a pretty amazing system. Not only were we made in the image of God, but the body will actually take care of itself if you don't continue to fill it with garbage and junk constantly. But if you do, you're going to get sick. And then you get better. COVID is nothing different. I do not understand. People are protesting. Everyone's like, yeah, we won. People are protesting. They're protesting to let us out. Let us go back to work. Instead of what they should be protesting is, this was all a lie. Because if it wasn't a lie, the CDC wouldn't be giving doctors, nurses, and hospitals forms saying, no matter what people die of, if you can find COVID in them with our test, mark it as COVID-19. Is that me saying it? No. It's the document I showed you on cdc.gov. Or whatever it was. It's up. You can find it. And then you also heard it from Trump's right-hand man woman, that crazy-eyed lady, explained the same thing. We're very liberal with how we mark down our deaths, which is how we have the most in the world. USA, yes. I don't understand why every YouTube channel that claims to be a truther, all of yous, why aren't you making a video explaining as best you can why this entire thing was a lie? Way too many people are murdered. 5G's doing it. 5G isn't doing it because people aren't dying, which is why they're lying about the numbers. 5G is horrible, and it's going to be horrible. But this entire exercise, this is a live exercise, is going to force everyone to get a vaccination. And once you get that vaccine, it's over. And if you're dumb enough to think that your life, you can justify it. I just heard somebody that I used to have on all the time tell everybody, look it, I'm wearing a mask. If they tell me I have to wear a mask, it is on. Period. If you know me, you know that's true. Anyone that tries to save their life will lose their life. Those that seek to lose their lives will save their lives. That was written in the Bible for a reason. I don't want to live in this world anymore. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Grown people hiding from an invisible enemy that's not killing anybody. Well, that's because everybody's staying indoors. Nope, that's not it at all. The entire thing is a hoax to condition people to do whatever the government says from now on. Mission accomplished. To steal all the wealth from the stock market, the commodities, everything. Done. To disarm every American. Oh yeah, that's coming. They already see that when the time comes to actually use your Second Amendment, you don't even know the time is here. You know what I'm saying? People don't even get it. All the preppers, bug out guys, all this crap, this is it. And it wasn't even too hard to figure out at all. Some asshole from Boston figured this out in January. Hey, why is Bill Gates meeting with a bunch of Bilderbergers and rich people doing a thing called Event 201? 1st of January. Hey, why is Netflix running a pandemic movie? A documentary with Bill Gates in it. January 7th, reading an MIT article live. Hey, why is Bill Gates funding a project from MIT so they can remotely detect if you've got a vaccine? You'd only need that if there was a pandemic. And here it is. If you subscribe to a YouTube channel who's still saying any other word except COVID-19, you might really want to think what their motivations are. Because if they're not telling you the absolute truth that this whole thing is a scam, it's a scam. And I don't know how many more doctors need to come out to explain that to you. If this was anything other than a lie, did I say that right? The CDC wouldn't be telling people to fudge the numbers. And they are. And they told you. If this was real, they would never ever need to fudge the numbers. If some of it's a lie, all of it's a lie. If other channels are worrying about making it through, losing their monetization, all that other bullshit, that's conspiracy entertainment, and you're wasting your time. This is for all the marbles, man. All the marbles. The guy I used to have on, I heard him on a live stream yesterday, wearing a mask. And he said, well, for now, let's just play along. And then talks about his television and Facebook. If you still own a television, you're not a truther. You should not be making videos. Unplug your mic and walk away. I've had no television going on 8 years now. Anything you need to know, your subscribers will send you, or you can find on legitimate links. Television is a weapon. I don't care if you sit there and think, I know, I'll look for the symbols, I'll look for the predictive programming. Television is a weapon. I've shown you the patents going back to the 60s. It's a weapon. Unless you've got your head wrapped in aluminum foil while you're watching television, it's working. But if you consider yourself a truther and you're still talking about your television to your subscribers, you're being an absolute, complete, 100% hypocrite. And if you're going to go into a life, if you're going to wear a mask and just play along, then do it. Don't go on a live stream on YouTube and affect other people. Well, today they told me to wear a mask, so I'm just going to play along. Well, tomorrow they told me to not wear pants. I'm just going to play along. Well, today I got to go get a forced vaccine or I can't go to work. I'll just play along. I ain't playing along with any of it. Any of it. At all. YouTube is going to pull every single solitary one of us down that's ever said anything about the truth when they're ready. Period. Period. The only people I've seen actually kicking out the real truth, Nicholson 1968, James Corbett, ODD, and a couple of other ones. People talking about the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. What part of the United States has been declared a disaster area for the first time in the history of the USA? Trump declares himself a wartime president against an invisible enemy. The Constitution was never actually written for me or you. And for the last 5-6 years, that's pretty much become self-evident. Going to a gun rally, but you're not allowed to bring your guns and people still think they won? That makes zero sense. Standing in a free speech zone like an asshole, protesting, signing petitions. The USA is gone, which is why I showed you the documentation a Native American sent me. The Secretary of the Interior of the United States is dissolving the Indian reservations. Now, why would they do that? Because the corporation of the United States, which is what it is, pretty easy to look up, is no longer. This is the New World Order. If you're going to protest for real and think a peaceful protest is going to do it, you're out of your mind. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Just my opinion. Richie from Boston. I'm out.